Inshallah, inshallah. Okay, so the recording has started. Let's just start off with the app. Let me start sharing the. Where do we? Yep, share. And let's go to the app. All right, everyone. This was basically the place where I shared that yesterday picture. But now let's start off officially with the course. The first thing which you all need to understand: computer science, whether it's IGCSE computer science, I will be referring to IGCSE as IG, or it is O level computer science. You have the same syllabus. So that's pretty important because usually kids do tend to believe that your IGCSE syllabus is different from your O level syllabus. So your O level syllabus code, let me just confirm it because I personally did IGCSE. So I believe it's 2210 O level CS. Yeah, it's 2210. So your O level code of 2210 and your IGCSE code of 0478, these both have 100% identical course, identical paper, identical exam pattern. And even if, let's say, you sit in October, November 2025, the kid appearing in IGCSE or the kid appearing in O level will be 100% having the same exact paper. So a question was raised previously. Someone messaged me and they were saying that I'm appearing for O level computer science. So just to clarify, there is no difference at all. You'll be studying 100% same syllabus. There is nothing different. There are a few syllabus which are 100% identical. Yeah, we do have some papers where the paper pattern and everything is a bit different, like in maths, English. You see IGCSE kids have to study a bit more than O levels, or vice versa. If it's Urdu, then O level students have to do something more than IGCSE. But in computer science, it's 100% same. So the good point up here is that you will be studying the same thing. And so whether you are appearing for IGCSE or you are appearing in O levels, you will be giving the same paper, you will be studying the same content. So you're in a much better position than someone where you will be studying something different. So the first thing and the foremost important thing, you have two papers. You have two papers. I'm not sure if you have studied the syllabus up till this moment or not. If not, no worries at all. We will be dissecting everything today in this class, inshallah. So the first paper, which we refer to as P1, that's basically your theoretical paper, theory paper. So we will be referring to your P1 as theory paper. And then you have a P2, which is basically your programming paper. Programming paper. Now, it's important to understand that when I say programming, we won't be learning any sort of programming language. That is basically a big question which many people have in their mind, that whether we will be learning any sort of programming language or not. Like usually kids say, will we be learning Python or Java or maybe C++ or anything of that sort? So in IGCSE or O levels, no, there is no such thing. This will be done in your A2, like the last year of your A levels. Till then, no, you don't have to study any sort of programming language. What we will be studying in programming papers is known as pseudocode. Pseudocode. Now, what's pseudocode? Pseudocode is basically, you can say it's English-based programming language. Now, when I say English-based programming language, what do I mean by that? Yes. So basically, pseudocode is more of a language where you will be writing programming statements, but in an English way. Now, for instance, let me give you all just an example. If I write something in Python, okay, if I write something in Python, which is a programming language, it could be something like, let's say, if I want to take an input for a number, it could be x is equal to input, and then this brackets and these apostrophe marks, quotation marks, write a number. Okay, that's a pretty long thingy. And the thing with programming languages is that it has a specific syntax. By the syntax, you can refer to syntax is the grammatical rules of programming language. So like, let's say if I miss this quotation mark, if I miss this, it won't work. There will be an error. The programming software will not understand what am I trying to do up here. Now, to overcome this issue, we the programmers have basically introduced something known as pseudocode. Pseudocode is basically there for the purpose of simplifying these complex programming languages. Now, how do we write the same instruction in pseudocode? Just input X. Now, just these two words, it's more of like very much you can say English, like input X. If I want to add X and then I want to put 2 in X. See, it's more of like pretty English based statements. So just to clarify, we won't be studying any sort of programming language. We will be studying this English based simple programming, which we will be referring to as pseudocode. And this will be later on studied. The first thing which we will be covering is going to be related to your paper 1, the theoretical paper. And then we will be slowly moving towards paper 2 and also, oh, sorry, I just got the eraser. What happened? Just a second, guys. Man, so a bug just came in. Just a moment. I guess we need to relaunch the app. Just a moment, guys. Sorry for the delays. Let me just turn off this presenting. I don't know what just happened. Just a moment. So if you have any questions regarding computer science, yeah, just ask off. Till then, let's answer those questions. Any questions? Seeing none, we will relaunch the app and just get to the class. Just a moment. Yes, it's fixed now. You can study. See, or if you're asking about me, yes, I studied CS in my college, and then also I was more of doing it on my own. But I personally feel like that when I was studying it on my own, the biggest problem was that I didn't have someone who could guide me properly as to what I should be studying. That's a very serious concern. Basically, your course, your IGCSE course, okay, the other question coming to that, your IGCSE course is basically the syllabus and the book. It has some differences. The differences, as in that, you see, your O level course has something which you don't need to be studying that has been covered in the book. Like there is a big chapter related to hardware, which covers how does your display work. So you see, I have my phone with me. There's an entire long paragraph on how does this display work, right? But that's not in your syllabus. Now, this is a problem when you try to study on your own. You don't understand that whether I should be learning this, and even if I'm learning it, if am I doing it in the right manner or not. So the benefit of having a teacher is that he or she can guide you quickly that no, you don't have to be covering this. You need to just study this. You should be doing this topicals and all that. So I hope this clarifies. The second question, what's the point of pseudocode? Good question. So basically, this is something which we will be later on analyzing in great depth in chapter 7. But just to clarify a bit, your pseudocode, the purpose of having pseudocode is that, let's say, I want to create a game, okay? I want to make a game. And that game has several many things. Like let's say, for instance, let's take a game. Have you all played Clash of Clans? Yes, all the lectures will be shared and recorded, inshallah. So have you all played Clash of Clans? Yeah, so Clash of Clans is a game which has a lot of things. Like you can do attacks, you can do upgrades, you can perhaps go to store and buy things. Now you see all of these things are different. Like you can say it's like a big syllabus, the game, and then you have smaller topics and chapters. Attacks is one chapter, upgrades is another chapter. Now the purpose of programming is that before you do some sort of programming, you need to have a map in your mind that I will be doing this, then I will be doing this, then I will be doing this. So the purpose, let me write it up here, purpose of pseudocode is basically to simplify coding. Simplify coding. When I refer to simplify coding, I basically tend to say that, see, if I'm writing code directly, it's really sometimes really difficult because you can make mistakes. You don't know what should I be doing. So what happens is that in big tech companies, you are given a big project, okay, then you break that project into smaller sub parts. This is something which we will be studying later on, inshallah, in chapter 7. But you break the bigger project into smaller subparts. And then each of that subpart is first drawn and simplified using some methods. Pseudocode is one of that methods which tries to explain the whole programming way, like how should I be programming it in English terms. You can make mistakes, you can improve it, you can do whatever you want. And once you complete that, you are basically going to be copying your pseudocode onto the programming language which you will be using, and that way you will be basically getting your final output. So the purpose of pseudocode is basically to simplify code, just to understand. And also one other benefit is that once you learn programming, you will understand that every other candidate or person programs in a different manner. So the paper 2 which we will be having up here, that has a fixed marking scheme, but you never are awarded marks based on how you are following the marking scheme. You are awarded marks on how you program. So when you open up the marking scheme, you will see that you have different points such as take input, points such as output, stuff like that, or output. So you're awarded marks for points, because the reason behind this is that, let's say if I'm programming, my style of programming will be different from maybe someone else in the class. And so one purpose of pseudocode is also this, that pseudocode is a bit generalized. So if you make a pseudocode statement, if there is someone who doesn't get your programming style, even if they read the pseudocode program, they will get some sort of idea that, oh, he's trying to do this specific thing in his work. I hope this helps. uh Purpose of programming, yeah, definitely the purpose of programming is to, whatever you are taking these live classes from, whether it's Zoom, Google Meet, everything has been done using programming. Your software, your hardware, everything is being programmed. So if you don't have programming, you will be in the Stone Age. Simple. So or is it- okay, yeah, it will be more of a bit general class. I guess we won't be having a lot of time to start off with the syllabus today. We will be just generally exploring the papers and all that. So let's just get back to the work. So I was saying that we have two papers. Is it clear till this very moment? Give me some input, guys, in the text box. Perfect, 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 perfect. Great, great, great. Okay, so we have two papers. We have the paper 1 and then we have the paper 2. The paper 1 is the theory paper, which I tend to call as theoretical paper. And then we have the programming paper, which is more of the pseudocode paper now. So the theory paper is of 75 marks, 75 marks. And the programming paper is also for 75 marks. So the total papers you have are a total mark of 150 marks, which means that you need to score some specific percentage of marks out of 150 to get an A star, right? What is that specific percentage? That is basically, let me add up a page up here. Yes. So that specific percentile is 80%. So to score an A star, you need to score or get around 80% in your syllabus, which is basically 120 marks. So if you score 120 out of 150, you get an A star. Okay, that's clear. Now, but the thing is, you get an A star at 120, but we should not be aiming for 120 at all. Our aim is going to be scoring 150 on 150. And I'm telling you, computer science is a subject where you can easily score a perfect 150 out of 150. I personally have a top in Pakistan distinction, alhamdulillah. And I did love computer science, but before my exam, I was really at a scenario where I was like, maybe I might not even get an A star. But eventually, I ended up with a distinction, alhamdulillah. So, if you are someone who still feels like you can't get a distinction, or if you are wondering if I can get an A star, just get this into your mind that you can do it, and inshallah, you will be able to do it. It's all about your mindset. So, we need to score 120 at a minimum, right? So, you can aim for 60 marks in your P1 and 60 marks in your P2. So before starting off, I wanted to ask a question. What do you guys think? What's computer science all about? Like, yeah, I did aim for a distinction. I won't lie. That's another story I will share some other day. There was a long story behind this distinction thingy, but yes, I had this aim for a distinction. But before my exam, I was really at a stage where I was just wondering whether I will be able to get an A star or not. But Alhamdulillah, prayers do work, and I did get a distinction. So, till this very moment, before starting off, I want to ask one question. What do you all think? What do we study in computer science? What's computer science like in general? Just let me know. I want to see, as you haven't studied computer science prior to this, I want to know what do you all believe? What's CS? What's computer science? Okay, to make tasks easier using programs and stuff. Really nice. CS is all about solving real life problems. Perfect. Anyone else? To be more efficient, ideas to reality, science of coding, programming, analyzing, and accuracy. Perfect, perfect. Yes, 100%. You all are correct. Solving real life issues via technology. Exactly. The purpose of computer science is basically get problems from your society and surroundings, try to make some sort of code or some sort of system for it, and then solve that problem using this whole methodology which is known as technology. That is computer science. But in computer science, we also are required to study theoretical concepts. When I say theoretical concepts, I basically mean to say that we will be studying how does a computer work. So how does a computer work? Does a computer work? So have you ever wondered, you get up, you check your phone, okay, you just eat your breakfast, and then you go to your computer, and on your computer you just press that power button, okay, the window icon comes up and you're onto your PC. You can play games, you can watch movies, you can watch YouTube, you can just scroll down your Instagram or any other thing. How does this whole thing work? There are specific components within the computer which allows you to um, make these actions come true. This is one topic which we will be covering in paper one. So now if I highlight paper one generally, in the paper one, paper red, paper one, I love changing colors. So I hope it's a bit more fun for you all. Also, one other thing I personally, exactly, yeah, yeah. So it seems like you have studied computer a bit if you do know about the John Van Neumann architecture. Just a minute. No, no, no worries, no worries. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, so how I will be studying teaching computer science. Let's discuss that first. Okay. So my personal plan was that we will be starting off with paper one. Okay. We will be discussing paper one for a few days, maybe a few weeks. We will be covering at least 2 to 3 chapters, 2 to 3 chapters. If, so you have a total of 6 chapters in your paper one. Okay. So we will be covering 50% of paper one firstly. My aim is to cover it in the next 3 to 4 weeks. And this not only includes the course content, this means we will be covering topical past paper practice. We will be having some recordings where we will be discussing some uh, key crucial elements regarding these topics. I will also be having some game sessions. So I mentioned this in the voice note I sent in the group last yesterday, I believe. And so we will be having there is this app known as Kahoot. You all are just going to create an account. I will be posting questions up here, and then you all have to just solve it. And there will be a bit of a competition type thingy that who performs well. So the purpose of that is to make the classes more engaging. I just don't want it to be boring that you just sit in front of the computer wondering when the class will be over. I just want to make it as much engaging as it can be possible. Um, so we have 2 to 3 chapters firstly being covered in paper one. Then I will shift to paper two. Okay. In paper two, I will be covering. So in paper two, there are a few topics apart from the pseudocode and the programming thingy. Okay, we have something called as logic gates. We have some topics rolled known as testing and all that. We will be first covering those. Those are shorter and does not require that much practice. So like they're much more easy. Let's cut that. Just let me write. It's easier to understand. So once we are done with these two, you will be in a state where you will feel like, oh, I can do 50% of paper one and I can also do 50% of paper two. Then we will again jump back to paper one. Once we get to paper one again, we will finish the course till the chapter six. So once we cover the entire course, we will, yes, Sir Suleiman is someone, he is like a teacher of mine. I personally studied chemistry from Sir Suleiman. My brother studied chemistry. I didn't take his course, but yeah, I was a part of his group. And Sir Suleiman is a very goated person. So yeah, I will try my best to teach him. I teach you all like the way Sir Suleiman taught me and my brother, and also most of you, if you're also opting for Sir Suleiman classes, highly recommended. He's an absolute goated person. Okay, so once done with chapter 6, we will be then shifting towards paper 2, and this will be the final part of our syllabus. In that, we will be discussing pseudocode only. So, in my plan, we have nearly 3 to 4 weeks for the entire pseudocode plan. So, if we have 3 to 4 weeks for pseudocode, this means we will be covering every single line in great depth. We will be learning how and why do we write this statement in this manner, what's the purpose, and how are you going to be implementing it in your answer. This is pretty important because usually what happens is that teachers in schools and colleges, they tell students that you need to memorize these codes. That's now how computer science work. Now we have some pre-written codes, okay, codes which the examiner have told you that you need to just learn these codes. But what happens is that in school, teachers tell the students that go just memorize this from your home. No, that should not be our policy. We need to understand why are we writing this code, what's the logic behind it, and how are we going to ensure that if the scenario differs a bit, we can still write the code in a similar manner. That's our goal, right? You get it, right? So in that very specific manner, we will be then discussing the pseudocode and the programming part for entire 4 weeks, and this will cover everything. We will have practice sessions, and we will like make several programming codes all together in the class. And once you take those live classes, inshallah, I'm telling you, you will be in a very much better good state, inshallah. And so if you're opting for the October-November 2025 course, the thing is your exam is on the first paper 1 is on 11th October, and then your paper 2 is, I guess, on 22nd October. Now our course is going to be inshallah finished by the 1st of October. Okay, if you are if once we are done with the course, and if you are aiming for your October-November examination, the first 11 days after finishing the syllabus, we will be doing only past paper and topical practice for P1 topics. So 11 days, just imagine 11 days P1 past paper practice, past papers, and also topicals. This is more than enough to ensure that you all wait. This is more than enough topicals to make sure that you all are prepared in the best possible manner. And once you give your paper 1, you will have another 11 days for paper 2 practice. So P2 practice. And so P2 is more of computer like programming stuff. So once we do it live and you guys do a bit of practice the way I tell you in the group later on, inshallah, that how you should be preparing for your October-November examination, you will be in a very good state. I want to make sure, I want to clarify this, that you all should know that distinctions are not available in October-November series, but still if you are aiming for computer science in the October-November, I will highly recommend that you should definitely go for it. Okay, yes, I'm coming to that. Now, this syllabus course will be for 4 months. It will go from the 1st of July till the 1st of November. We will be covering the entire course. And if you are someone who will be appearing in May, June 2026, our classes are going to recontinue from the 1st of November till the 1st of I don't know whatever day that ends, but I guess till the end of February, we will be covering the entire course in great depth again. But now this is the reason why I will recommend you should be studying the October-November course. Now what happens is that usually if you are appearing in May, June 2026, the good part is that you will have an access to our course till the 1st of November, which means that even after your 22nd October, you will have still 8 more days. In those 8 more days, we will be covering the whole course again and again. We will be doing more practice. No, there isn't any sort of change in the course. I will reconfirm it too. I will share the syllabus, official syllabus, with you all, inshallah. You guys can just have a look at it by your own self. But I will make sure that you guys know everything that will be there tested in your syllabus. And if you want to appear in May June 26 or in October November 25, there is no difference. It's up to you. The only benefit of appearing in October November 2025 is that you will have less pressure in May June 26, or if you are planning on taking extra subjects, so you can either take CS as an extra subject by giving it in October November 25, or maybe give CS in ON 25 and take some other subject in May June 26. But there is no difference in the syllabus. And once our course ends from November, we will be launching another course. Then we will be again going through every topic in the same depth like we will be covering in this very course. I want to make sure that you all know that why you should be going for this course, even if you are taking the May June 2026 examination. The reason is that if you are in some sort of school or college, you have your mock exams usually in December. Mock exams in December, right? So if you have mock exams in December, you are usually yeah, perfect. Ideally, CS is one of the most goated subject which a kid should take. Everyone should take it. Even if you're a bio student, go with CS. CS is like absolutely goated, easy subject. Inshallah, you all are going to ace it. So now mock exams are in December, right? Which means that you need to start preparing by November. And in your mock exams, you will be tested with all the concepts which have been taught to you over the last 2 to 3 years. Now, the benefit of taking our course is that by 1st of November, you will be in a state that if you go for an actual Cambridge examination, you will be still, inshallah, I'm confident enough that inshallah, you all are going to be scoring an A star, inshallah. And so if you are at an A-star state by the 1st of November, you just need to maintain the practice, and so you can easily ace your mock examination. If you plan to join us from the November course and you are not taking this October-November course, the problem is that by your December course, we won't be covering a lot of course. Yeah, if you want to take this course and want to continue for the May-June 2026 session, ideally, that will be really good, as we will be again covering the course. It depends, again, just take this course first, and then you will be in a better state to decide whether to continue with this or not. But yes, that's an overall intro. Now, let's discuss what we will be studying in the course. We will be having our proper note system once we start the course. Today is just like a general introduction thingy. We don't have any sort of some detailed stuff, but it's just like what we are studying. We're just going to be overlooking the common things in computer science and all that. So in the paper one, which we will be referring to as the theoretical paper, or your P1. P1 or paper one has 6 topics, 6 chapters. The course is not that long. I will share the book with you all. The fees, you can just check out the form. We have some discounts if you plan on taking extra subjects from our academy. So you can just check that, or you could reach out to Ma'am Noor. She can guide you better with all the fees and all that. Yes, it's per month. So yes, so I have, so basically, see, I have notes from which I personally studied, and then we are going to be creating notes from the classes. So I will be sharing those notes once we complete the topic, or either way once we start, but ideally it should be better once we complete the topic. And then these notes which we are like this, this is the digital notes. Okay, guys, do note, we will be referring to this as the digital notes. These digital notes will be updated onto the Google Classroom, which I mentioned at the start of the class, that we will be having a separate portal for all the registered candidates. So all these digital notes, they will be automatically updated after every class, so you can read it from our notes. And once the topic ends, I will be sharing notes which I personally used back in my days for preparation. So you will be having this, you will be having that notes. I will be sharing which part of the book you should be reading, also that. And so cumulatively, once we add everything, inshallah, you'll be in a very, very, very good state. Inshallah. So yeah, Ma'am Nabita, yeah, my bad, she just left. So okay, let me just, okay, I will share the book with you all in the group later on. Yesterday in some other class, there were some kids asking for the book too. So just a minute, let me just highlight what do we have to, okay. So the 6 topics we are going to be studying are starting off with number 1. The first topic is data representation. I will be giving you all a quick introduction into what every topic is. So, data representation is basically the topic where you will be understanding that when you click that M button on your keyboard, how does that M comes onto the screen? Or if I say that, let's say I want to press the power on button, how does the computer understand that the person pressed the power on button and now he's trying to turn on the PC? Or if I press the shutdown button, why does the computer and how does the computer understand that we are trying to shut down the entire processor and the system? This whole thing, alongside, maybe you all have heard this term compression. When we want to reduce the size of some large video, large file, that concept is known as compression. We will be covering these 2 to 3 things in the data representation topic, and we will be, inshallah, starting off officially with data representation from our tomorrow's class, where our first topic will be about binary. Binary is that 010001, those cool numbers which non-CS guys think and believe it's some sort of hacking. So Hassan, it seems like you have studied computer science somewhere, and that's really good to know that we have someone who, yeah, so I think so. So yeah, these 010, all of those. No, I don't know how to hack, guys. Chill. I'm just okay. Yeah, I also mentioned someone asked, do I work? Well, I just completed my A levels. I am an 18 years old. My name is Mohammad Maaz Munir. I forgot my introduction, guys, and so I'm just waiting for my final results. सबने दुआ करनी है that it goes well, and inshallah I have programming experience, and I'm currently learning web development and all that too. So inshallah my classes, and also one other part, someone also mentioned university application, so I wanted to clarify that as I went through the entire cycle on my own, my classes will also be discussing minor part of university applications, how you can improve your profile, some passion projects and all that. So no, you won't be studying hacking at A levels. You will be studying hacking if you plan on going with computer science as a degree. You are given an option in the 3rd year of your university whether you want to study cybersecurity or not. If you opt for cybersecurity, yes, then you will be learning hacking and all that. But just a minute. Okay. Yes, we do have a topic about malware and viruses, but that's pretty general. As I'm saying again and again, O-level CS is really very easy. People tend to either believe it's really boring or they believe that it's really, really difficult. It's neither difficult, it's not boring. It's pretty cool, chill, simple, easy to go type of subject. So, yes, I did apply. I'm inshallah, I have a conditional offer from a university abroad. I will be sharing the university if I meet the grades condition. So yes, you all should just pray that I meet the grades condition, and then inshallah I will share everything with you all. So exactly. So inshallah you all are going to be learning everything in a very great way. And yes, inshallah, I will share how you all can apply abroad, because applying abroad can give you much more better options than staying in Pakistan. I won't say staying in Pakistan is bad or anything of that sort, but if you do get the opportunity to apply abroad, definitely just go check out yourself how can you compete in the international community. It's really good, like just for your own self-confidence. So you can apply for free and all that. We will be discussing that later on. But now coming to the second topic. Harvard Jana, inshallah. GK, perfect. One of my friend is doing cybersecurity from GK, a very talented person I know, really great programmer. And GK, I personally went to an event at GK, and GK, I went to the what do we call it, mechanical engineering department, and they made this entire car, like the students made, and I was like really amazed that wow, that's something really cool. Just imagine some 19, 20 years old creating their own car from their own battery, and the person was explaining to me, and I was like, wow, that's something really cool. So GK is really good, NUST is really good, LUMS is great, every institute is really good. It's all about you. I always believe and I always tell people it's not about the university. Yeah, university can help you with some things, but more of it's all about you. It's about your mindset. It's about how you want to improve yourself. There are ample amount of resources. Even if I, let's say I don't get into MIT or you don't get into MIT, you have an entire website known as MIT Courseware, where you can study all the courses from the MIT professor. So like, see, it's all about your mindset. If you want to learn, you can do it from anywhere, whether you are in Aptabad or you are in the US or maybe in the um, or maybe in London. Anyway, you can do it from any corner of the world. So, okay, so you just said many computer science experts are jobless. There's a question to it. Basically, the problem with computer science is that many people join the field of CS in university just because they believe that it's a very high paying job. They don't like computer science. Okay, this is something which I've noticed. I know a lot of people who say that let's do CS just because it's a very well paying job and they don't have an interest. I'm telling you, if you're planning on pursuing computer science in your university, it's important to understand that CS is a subject where you need to learn every other day. You can't stop learning because maybe someone who learned some programming language 10 years ago, today we have AI, we have chat GPT. Today in this market, if there is someone who is able to incorporate AI into programming, he or she is at a much better place and he or she is at the job. So until or unless you are someone who is just saying that whatever I study in university, I will be sticking to that, then you will be, yes, definitely unemployed to a very large extent. But if you are someone who is up for learning new things, then you are inshallah at a very, very good place. So the charging is also a bit low, but let's quickly, okay. Inshallah, inshallah, guys, inshallah. Hey, you won't be jobless, inshallah. I'm telling you, if you guys know how to see, uh, when the calculators were first launched, mathematicians had a protest against it because they thought that calculators will replace the mathematicians. But the funny part is that even today, applying for a mathematics major is one of the most competitive majors out there, which means that people are applying for mathematics. So AI can replace us, but only if you tend to believe that I won't be improving, I won't be learning, or stuff like that. Uh, no, Harvard does accept students abroad. I know a lot of Pakistanis who are currently studying at a full ride scholarship at Harvard. One of my friends is at Rice. Full ride is just like paying $1,000 for like 1 lakh rupees for the entire year at United States. So you can do anything. So you know, AI is the best. Okay. Also, AI is the best option. Don't go like that. Always go for computer science. This is something which is being happening in Pakistan. People are either going for AI or cybersecurity. They are missing computer science. Okay. The issue is that AI is very, you can say, specialized field. Go with computer science. Computer science is a pretty broad field, right? You can cover cybersecurity. You can do AI. You can do machine learning. You can do any like anything like development up, whatever you like related to CS, you can do everything. So go for CS. The benefit is that you will be able to study everything, and then whatever you love, you can specialize in that. You have a lot of resources for computer science. So mm, yeah, exactly, you need to keep evolving. And if you want to learn web development, just wait for a bit. Let's cover this programming part of it, the pseudocode, and then after that, I will share some courses with you. Just go with that, and inshallah, you will be good to go. You will learn programming in a really good manner. Data sciences, yes, exactly. That's really good, Nabita. Really good. Doctor, perfect. Now, even if you are someone who is planning on doing medical law or any other field, and you're here taking this class, really dedicated kid, and congratulations, you are doing a really good thing, because I'm telling you that computer science is something which will be connecting with your major somewhere in the future, inshallah. No, doctors and stuff. If doctors plus computer science, if you merge these two, I'm telling you, it would be really nice. No, let's go. Oh, guys, you just sent a lot of messages. Oh, yes. Brief about the syllabus. Yeah. So we have data representation. The second topic is basically about data transmission. So in data transmission, we will be covering topics related to your how does USB work, how does like a mouse, like we have a mouse. Wait, I had a mouse up here. Yeah. So I have this mouse with me. Let me see. Can you all see it? Yeah. So you see, I have this mouse with me. Okay. So if I connect this mouse to some laptop or computers, um, how does it communicate? Like when I move the mouse, how does the computer get to know stuff like that? We are going to be like, I'm just giving you a general overview. So we will be studying stuff like related to transmission of data, stuff related to how data transfers from one device to another. Then the third topic is basically related to hardware, the most ratta wala chapter. But the good part is there is no more ratta in this chapter. यहाँ पे usually teachers tell kids that you need to memorize stuff, but no, after the syllabus update in 2023, there is no more ratta. That's a good part. So in hardware, you are basically going to be learning that what type of monitor screens do we have, how what's the keyboard, what's the mouse, how does mouse and keyboard operate, at what scenario should we be using a mouse, a keyboard, and stuff like that. Okay. Then we have the fourth topic, which is basically about software. So the software topic is pretty interesting. This is the topic where we are going to be understanding, guys. The charging is a bit low. Um, just a moment. Let me connect it. Some power plug. Just a minute. Just a second. Just a second. I just a minute. Just a minute. हाँ मेरा जहन में ही नहीं था कि चार्जिंग कम पड़ जाएगी. But just a second, let me just get my graphic tablet and let me set it up near this plug. I will charge my device from tomorrow, inshallah, so that we don't face such problems. But yes, it's up. So I won't be turning on the camera now because now I need to be wearing my glasses. Um, chalo, chalo, no, let's get back to the job. And also, okay, so also one other thing. क्या बोल रहा था? Yeah, whatever. लेकिन चलो, let's get back to the work. Yeah, the writing might be a bit bad because I have the graphic tablet in my hand now. The class is just for the last 10 minutes. So yeah, in software, we are going to be covering stuff related to how your computer works, maybe stuff related to, what do we call it? Your RAM, how does, what's RAM? What's, like, you all have heard stuff related when you're purchasing laptop. You have stuff like Core i7, Core i5, Core i3, or stuff related to, I'm getting a laptop of 16 GB RAM and it has a Core i7 10th generation processor. So what's the processor? What's the role of RAM? All that. So we will be studying all this in great detail in the chapter number 4, which is related to software. Then we have chapter number 5, which is basically internet and its uses. Internet and its uses. Now, this is a pretty cool topic, to be honest. I personally love this topic because it discusses content related to um, होंगी Saturday, Sunday वगैरह you will be having off. Don't worry. Chapter number 5 is very cool. I love this topic, to be honest. It has, firstly, we are going to be studying what's internet, how does your Chrome browser or Safari web browser work, all that. Then we will be discussing stuff related to, have you all heard about digital currency, cryptocurrency, bitcoins, or even if you are using some sort of these apps, what do we call it? Like these banking apps, how do they operate and all that. And finally, we are going to be studying stuff related to cybersecurity. So phishing, farming, these are some of the terminologies. Exactly, blockchaining. We will be learning stuff related to how to protect your computer against the possible viruses or malwares. What are those malwares? What do we call them? And how do you protect yourself? Okay, I used to really use this software, ESET. I believe it's an antivirus, right? I used to use this really back in the days, but now I'm just using the actual its own software. Yes. So now back to the sixth chapter. So the sixth topic is basically, let me just get down. It's about AI and machine learning, and ML refers to machine learning. Okay. So in this topic, very generally, we are going to be studying why do we need artificial intelligence, followed by what's the purpose of machine learning, how do we train softwares, how do we tell hard drives and these robots that if you see me, just term me as Mars. So how do these softwares work? So this entire training, automated system, robotics, all of this will be covered in chapter number 6. Now, just to give you all a quick introduction, your chapter number 1 is a bit boring, okay? But I've planned some activities to make it as engaging as possible. Then chapter number 2 is very easy, okay? Very easy. Then coming to chapter number 5 and 6, again, very easy plus super cool. I love these topics, really engaging. And these two are basically the topics which are a bit difficult. But they are difficult because these have some things which we need to memorize. So because you need to memorize stuff, so it's a bit difficult. But apart from that, all of this is really, really interesting. And then coming quickly to the programming and paper 2 stuff. Just a moment. Let me get down. Okay. So paper 2, the same course, same book. We are going to be continuing from chapter number 7. Now, chapter number 7 is basically algorithm design. I won't be discussing what's the algorithm right now, but just uh, like you can just think it as of the same programming language I was referring to previously. It's your pseudo code. So this topic will be discussing breaking down the large problem into smaller sub problems known as decomposition, and then again how do we write pseudocode statements and all that. So chapter number 7 is about that. Then chapter number 8 is programming. Now this topic will be covering all those codes which we need to memorize. Like I mentioned previously that there are some codes which you need to understand in a way like that could be tested the same way it has been told in the book. So those codes are basically discussed in the programming topic. Again, please ignore my bad writing right now because I'm just literally having my graphic tablet on my lap and I'm just writing using the pen on it and my hand beneath it. So guys CS पढ़ो, maths बाद में हो जाएगी. So yeah, guys, algebra, leave it. Yeah, yeah. So CS, only CS love. Good, good. So now coming back to chapter number 9. Chapter number 9 is basically databases. Someone mentioned data science previously, right? So what's data science? Data science is basically a subset of computer science where you basically use programming to fetch data. Okay, so databases is, you can say, a very similar topic to data science. We will be studying statements, one other type of programming language. It's not a programming language, but it's something which is being taught in data science field, which is known as SQL statements. And we will be overlooking what's SQL, how do we write, how do we get data from some sort of table. And like, it's a very easy topic, very, very cool stuff. You won't get bored in this. And finally, the easiest topic of the entire syllabus, which is, in my opinion, one of the most easiest, and also it's something which you will love a lot. It's the logic gates, or which I will be calling Boolean logic according to the book. Boolean logic or logic gates. It's the easiest topic. Um, just consider this topic to be something like circuits. We are going to be like making circuits onto, like, if I put one onto this, what will be the output? So we will have something like we will be making gates, and gate, or gate. You will understand this, but in simple words, just imagine making such cool logic gates. And don't worry, it's not difficult, it's really easy. You will love it, I'm telling you. It's really, really very cool. And these are some of the very easy topics where usually kids do tend to score marks. But again, um, we will, yeah, truth tables is a bit challenging, but we will be, I have a shortcut to that too, don't worry. इंशाल्लाह अभी आप लोग आराम से पढ़ो, फिर उसके बाद आप लोग को अच्छा पता लगेगा. सी एस इज रियली मजे की चीज. सो दीज 10 टॉपिक्स, 4 months course, inshallah we will be covering everything from the start. कल हम data representation के साथ start लेंगे. The first topic of the course, data representation, we will be understanding what's binary statement and all that. Just to clarify, the demo classes are going to be till the next Monday, right? So I believe that is, let's see, if Sir Suleiman, whatever way he tells me, whether the demo classes are going to be till this Friday, or will we be including the Monday class or not. But just do know that you can register for our classes anytime before the 6th syllabus, 6th of July, sorry, my bad, 6th of July. Yes. Okay, okay, inshallah, inshallah. Yeah, guys, I'm just sending the class. You guys can go pray, chill, enjoy, go for some walk. I also have to go for some work of mine, and inshallah, see you all in the tomorrow's class. Everyone, be make sure that you guys are here at time 4:30. I will be sharing the link, inshallah, by 4 o'clock maybe, or कल मैं जल्दी share करूँगा, don't worry. So the recording will be shared later on with you all. I hope you all enjoyed the class and it was not boring and it was cool, and that you guys are loving computer science the way I want it. So that's it for all for today. You guys can leave now, and see you all in tomorrow's class, inshallah. Allah Hafiz and good luck. Bye bye bye. Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz. हाँ, इंट्रोडक्शन देखते हैं ना, इंट्रोडक्शन का भी सीन करते हैं. जरा बच्चे ज्यादा हैं, इस वजह से फिर बहुत लंबा हो जाता है. तो लेकिन चलो, लेट्स स्टार्ट ऑफ विद द कोर्स. स्लो स्लो इंट्रोडक्शन होता जाएगा. अल्लाह हाफिज. टाटा बाय बाय, चिल चिल, चाओ 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 चाओ. चलो जी, बाय बाय. चलो सैफुल्ला भाई, इंशाल्लाह मिलते हैं कल. ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज. Just leave the call. Oh yes, I just forgot recording भी है.